Hey now, everybody. Welcome to DDO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news from DDO and the world of Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop gaming. I am your host, Drac. We are pineless tonight. No pine leave. I had some family issues that required to start the show a little late, so I rounded up the best guest I could find for tonight's show. We have, from the Damsels, Saba Jade.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's your cue to say, yes, I'm here. And then, of course, we have the center of the universe. We could not do a show without the center of the universe. Also from the Damsels, Mithery.
Hello.
And this person named Bonnie Bew that I don't know who it is.
Where am I and how did I get here?
The long-lost, famed Bonnie Bew makes an appearance on the podcast.
Whee.
Where have you been?
I don't know. I got lost on the way to the computer.
We looked high. We looked low.
No, I went on sabbatical, a little time out, and then I heard this news that there's this expansion coming out and that they had a release date. So then I was like, oh, maybe I should pay attention.
And
You're
then
a month early, though.
Yeah, but I was just holding out for that it was really for reals, that it wasn't just pretend, and I figured once they had a release date and had the pre-purchase that it was real.
They're collecting money, so they have to be real.
well, we hope so.
I was basically holding out until they asked for money.
Well, speaking of asking for money, let's get right into the news of the show. Pretty much the bulk of the show is going to be about the Mist of Ravenloft. The expansion has been put up for pre-order, and it was met with some, let's say, trying to think of how to word this nicely, some lively conversations on the forums. Maybe that's a way to put it, about the pricing. So we'll get into it. If you do not know, of course, everybody listening should, but just maybe there's one or two people that do not know, you can go over to DDO.com right now and pre-order the upcoming Mist of Ravenloft. It is set to release on December the 5th, barring any issues. They have kind of stated they have a fallback plan if it's not December 5th, but they're shooting for December 5th, so that's what we're going with. The standard edition is going to be $39.99, and that will include the expansion, the Aasimar race, a survivors package, 20 astral shards, and a supreme resurrection cake. We have the collector's edition.
Wait, hang on, I have a question.
Oh.
What's the survivors package?
That's the stuff.
The stuff.
What
That
stuff?
you need to survive.
I think the astral shards and the res cake are what's in the survival package.
Oh, so he's being redundant.
He's
I'm
telling
sorry,
me
Drac.
something's in the package.
Well, it's just how it's
In the
listed.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be redundant, but the way they worded it, it is redundant.
It's
So-
confusing the way it was listed in some places.
Yeah.
Okay, so survivors package, astral shards, and res cakes.
Well, one res cake isn't going to survive me long.
Exactly. Especially not in Ravenloft. Forever.
Yeah.
We have what is known as the Collector's Edition, and that is $79.99. That, of course, will get you the expansion. That'll get you the Aasimar race and a character slot. You will get an improved survivors package, which that includes 50 astral shards, 2 supreme resurrection cakes, an ethereal rest shrine. So that is what's in the improved.
Thank you, Drac.
You're very welcome. See, I worded it differently just for you. I'm glad you caught that.
I have a question.
You're making this difficult, but okay, go ahead. It's fine.
Isn't that ethereal restaurant just for you? Like, it's not like everybody can use that.
I think everyone can use it.
Yeah, I thought everybody could, but I don't really know.
It just seems like I bought one out of the store, and then it was like I was the only one that got to the rest.
Oh, that sucks. No, I feel like I've gotten them from something where you could just pop it out and anybody got to use it.
I've never actually.
But are there 2 kinds of restaurants in the store then?
I don't know.
I
bought
I'm
something.
probably wrong, whatever I say. Because it's been
Do you
so
know?
long.
Okay,
I'm
so I'm
just
looking it up on the
wondering.
wiki, And all it says is create ethereal rest shrine. This spell creates a fully functional ethereal rest shrine at your location. Resting replenishes, yada, yada, yada. Only works within dungeons and landscape quests.
Well, that sounds like a...
It sounds like a normal. If in a
solo,
normal dungeon or area, the rest shrine will be reusable every 5 minutes or 15 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Huh.
Okay,
well, that
cool.
sounds pretty cool.
I wonder what I got then, because whatever it was I got, ended up I was the only one that could use it.
You got
Yeah.
an effective model. That's
I
what
guess.
you got.
That could be.
You got the hireling version.
Yeah, that's the hireling one.
And then also in our collector's edition, we have the new universal tree, which is the Vistani Knife Fighter. And the collector's also comes with the heroic level Scarecrow Hireling. And the exclusive Barovian cosmetics, which those are the Aristocrats outfit and the Aristocrats hat. It also comes with the exclusive cosmetic Black Cat pet. And also 30 days VIP code.
Need that cat.
That cat is pretty
Somebody
cool.
already has that cat.
It's really cute, but like it's not that different from the little Black Panther.
No, not really.
I like cats though.
And then we have the package that brought most of the controversy up. It is called the Ultimate Fan Bundle, which is $129.99. And that will give you, of course, the expansion. You get the ASMR race and the character slot. You will get an Ultimate Survivals package, which the Ultimate package includes 140 Astral Shards, 3 Supreme Resurrection Cakes, 2 Ethereal Rest Shrines, 5 Mirrors of Glamoring.
So is 3 enough for you there, Bonnie? Res cakes?
No. Yeah. See, the thing is, none of these packages have points in it, and I like could put the points towards the thing that I need to
We're
keep
gonna
me
talk
alive.
about yeah. That's that's for another discussion here in a second.
Yeah.
Also included in that is the exclusive Vampire Hunter cosmetic. And then you also get the Barovian Aristocrats outfit and the hat that you get with the other pack. But you get the exclusive Vampires Hunter outfit, and that's the outfit and the hat. And you get the Black Cat pet, and then you also get the Raven. You will get 60 days VIP. You'll get the new iconic hero, which is the iconic ASMR. That's the only way to get the iconic is to go with the $129.99 Ultimate Fan Bundle. And then you get an upgrade to your shared storage, which is 10 slots. You get a weapon aura, and that is a mist effect for every character. And you get a racial enhancement point tome for every character. And you will get a bottle of the mist, which will allow you to teleport to Barovia.
So they did mention that if you don't buy these things now, you'll be able to buy it with store points in March.
Well,
everything though, I
was wondering about
you can get the ASMR race for $13.95 store points in March. The expansion for $24.95 and the Undead Iconic for $12.95.
Right, but like the cosmetics, the only way to get them are the packs, yeah. And okay, so what do we think?
I think Bonnie's right. We should have had either points or stones.
Yeah, stones, auto
stones.
boxes or something.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I might have just been naive and not thought about it, but I was expecting to spend the $80 or whatever the mid package price was.
That's
on
what I said.
The fan favorite package.
Me too. That's exactly what I told Simon.
So I was like, what?
Totally shocked me.
So I decided to buy this bundle today. Because I sold some things on eBay and I had $133 in my PayPal account. And guess what? It cost $138 with tax.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Darn tax.
Taxes
Exactly.
before.
Me either. I didn't even think about tax. What the heck?
Yeah, so think about tax. Maybe it depends on the state that you live in.
I had this other thought in my head because, and I know this isn't going to happen. This isn't going to happen. But I had the thought in my head, and I think I put it on the poll, on the DDO Players poll about this.
Mm-hmm.
But on Black Friday, they do these sales. And traditionally, that's always when you get, like, the expansions cheap. So I have this thing in my head that I can't buy it until Black Friday happens. So I know that it's absolutely positively not going to go on some surprise discount.
They can't do that.
I know they're not going to do it because the people
mean
who
they
already
can't
bought
do
it.
that?
The people who've already bought it are going
Exactly.
to have a fit. They will
Yeah,
die.
no, I don't think we'll see this on a Black Friday sale
There's
for
no
at least
way.
a year.
But there's
Until
just
or more.
something
Black
in my
Friday.
head that will not let me buy it until Black
Yeah.
Friday happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have to worry about a sale coming soon.
Yeah.
But the thing I wanted to kind of point out about this, number one, is not to be tooting my own horn here, but I called this back in July. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Do you have it on tape? Myth.
See?
He
See?
did, because I told him he was wrong. I told him
Yeah,
he was
she did.
bad. I said it was going to be $80.
Well,
See-
it should. I think they're too high. It should be maybe 99 at the top
Well-
for the top one.
Okay, but then let me point this out though. We know when the transition to Standing Stone Games happened that Daybreak is now the publisher. If you look at Daybreak's pricing, you're going to see something very similar to what we're seeing here.
Okay, I have no problem paying. Well, actually, I do, but I had to sell blood on eBay for this.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
But shouldn't there
I don't
be a
have
bit
it.
more in there?
I agree.
Yeah,
I
where are
don't.
the points? I still say where. Are
Yeah,
the
points I don't think matter. You know, they're just like, what do they care if they give us some points?
Right.
Right. It's
Yeah,
just-
I totally agree because it looks like most of the stuff is just cosmetic fluff,
Yeah.
other than the the race and the iconic. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's
well,
not
VIPs get the race anyway.
right. Exactly. So it's like,
Mhm.
what if you're not into cosmetics? There's really nothing in these
Yeah, there's a lot of
for
people
you.
who don't care anything about
The only other thing is like the Vishtani knife fighter tree.
Right?
You know, I haven't really looked at the enhancement tree in detail yet, so I don't know if it's something
I'm gonna talk
that I
about
would even want to do. Yeah, I figure you'll know because that seems like a thief kind of two-handed fighter, and of course the Tempest, whatever.
So
That'll do it.
you do get 2 months of VIP, which is $20, right?
Right, and that's 1,000 points.
And you get shared storage, which is another 1,000 points, right?
Yeah, probably around there.
So there you have $30.
So you get more slots to your share.
You do.
Right?
Yeah, you get 10 slots if you go with
That'd
the
be nice.
Ultimate Fan Package.
But to me, 10 slots is like a res cake.
Yeah.
I figured there's at least 10 slots of gear, of loot, that's going to be in this expansion that I'm going to
Yeah.
fill those slots up with, if not more.
A minute to fill it up.
Gumps Gang has a point that he likes that they put the race in the base and free for X VIP, and they also have a way to earn the new tree in game, and you can earn that with favor. I don't think they've specified how with favor, but
No, they haven't. I know Corbin did say on his stream that they would be talking about that more. But yes, there will be some form of Ravenloft favor, and you will be able to unlock that. But still, and then Gumskang's also saying he's going to put on his tinfoil hat. This is in line with other Daybreak expansion packs. And it
Right.
is because EverQuest 2 just announced that their new expansion pack is up. And the standard edition of that is $34.99. The collector's edition is $89.99, and the what they call the premium edition is $139.99.
so okay, if you compare this with the EverQuest one and with the Lotro one, are we getting about the same amount of stuff in the Ultimate ones?
Yes, they're pretty much on par. Being, you got to take the differences in games, but yes, if you look at all three of those Ultimate packages, you're getting the same amount of things in each game. So I'm not saying this is all Daybreak. I mean, and then again, we don't know how much say Daybreak has. We do know they're the publisher, and we'll never know probably exactly, how the whole business end works, what the business deal they have is. But it's just kind of suspicious to me, and apparently Gumsgang, and I've seen a few other people talk about this, that this is in line with Daybreak pricing. So I guess you can take that for what it's worth.
I kind of broke down because I like the cosmetics and I'm tempted by the cosmetics, but then I feel like I'm putting my rational hat on. I have to figure out how many hours do I think I'm actually going to play, especially kind of coming back and intending to be a casual player. And I'm thinking, am I going to play enough hours to justify $130? And I'm figuring I have to play at least 100 hours of the expansion before I get there. And I'm not sure. I feel if I'm going to be conservative, I'm probably just going to get the conservative pack. But I do want to have that vampire hunter outfit.
That outfit is amazing. I love that vampire hunter's outfit. Yeah, it is.
So cool. And I want to have a raven because one of my big characters is named Altonia Rook. And I feel like maybe I was meant to have a raven.
Well, there you go. See?
And then if I don't get it, I am somehow failing my character. But that's just, that's what, you want to want things. I don't need a raven, but I want to.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, and speaking of, you said you're not sure if you're going to get, the hours spent on it. We are looking at 12 new dungeon quests. There's going to be at least one raid for sure. They're trying to shoot for 2 raids, but it might not actually come out with the expansion, they have said. But they do plan another raid. There is going to be a wilderness area and 2 new public areas, new sagas, and some more. And then, of course, we're going to have the castle itself to explore.
And
so,
if it's like Evening Star, I mean, they could release other chains that take place in Barovia. I mean, they didn't really do that with Shadowfell very much, did they? We didn't get a lot of other chains beyond the expansion, did we?
No.
But
Bess and I were talking about it and decided that we thought we probably wanted the most expensive one. So we're going to go ahead and publish our first book online and try to make enough money selling the book to buy the.
There you go.
Good luck.
Which I have read the book, and it is amazing, just as
And
a
we're
side
going to
point.
shamelessly
really?
plug it every chance
Yes,
we
I have.
get.
what type of book
We
is
have
it?
part 1 of it. It's, fantasy. It's called Red Blade. It's book 1 of a series. That's why I said first book.
Oh, awesome.
Buy it. It's awesome.
Go buy it so they can have DDO money.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't they have to actually publish it first?
Yeah. We need to actually put it online. We're going to publish it on a site called Lulu.
Oh, sweet.
But so I guess it's just up to you if you think there's value. But I mean, it's Ravenloft. Just go buy it. Even if you just buy the standard package, that's fine. Just buy it. Support the game. If you have the money to get the fluff, get the collector's pack to help support Standing Stone, because of course, they're we need to support Standing Stone and we need to support
Pay
DDO.
some bills. I feel like I need to point a finger at J'accuse DDO Central because in chat right now, but ever since I came back and started talking about the Mists of Ravenloft, they've been like, buy the fan pack, spend the money. They are literally trying to sell everything for Standing Stone games. So DDO Central props because they're trying to sell the product, the big fancy product with all of the cosmetics.
Anything else we want to say about the pricing, or have we covered? I mean, because we could really sit here and go round and round about it, actually.
Pick it apart piece by piece, but I think everybody's had this conversation.
Yep.
And everybody knows how they feel.
Go into your closet, pull out your junk, sell it on eBay, and you might have enough to buy the ultimate fan pack.
There you go. And DDO Central, he's saying in chat, this expansion may make or break DDO. I don't know if
I've heard that
go
since
that
2006,
far.
right?
Exactly. I mean, we've been around, 11 years now? I think if we were going to make or break, it already would have been done. I mean, personally, that's my opinion. I mean, yeah, I think we will get a lot of eyes on DDO because you're going to get, new people coming in.
That's really the thing is the idea of the expansion, bringing in new players or bringing back players who haven't been playing. Hello. And
who would that be? I have no idea who that would be.
And kind of getting the busyness and the activity and traffic on the servers. But I would like to think that they can pay the bills off of regular day-to-day operations of people buying things in the DDO store and VIPs.
DDO Central also says it's true this time. They say that every time too. DDO Central.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
He's like the little devil on your shoulder. Yeah. Our common sense is the angel, but he's the devil, and he's like, buy it. This time is for real. Bye.
Okay, now I guess I kind of agree with him when he says if Mr. Ravenloft isn't a success, we'll never get another expansion.
That's true. I feel. Yeah.
I.e. Planescape or something else. Okay, I guess I could kind of see that. So, good luck to Standing Stone. You have a lot to, and personally for me, you have a lot to live up to because this is Ravenloft and, come on, Ravenloft.
Yeah, I'm totally excited. I hope it doesn't come off as not being excited because, to pick apart the prices of the packs because I'm excited.
I just really think there should have been some DDO points in those packages as well. I'm sorry.
It's because DD points are crack.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can never have enough DDO points.
We always need a fix of the DDO points.
Oh, I'd rather have the stones.
Well, I would just convert points into stones.
Well, then they did release a FAQ as well, and we kind of brought some of the stuff up. That yes, the package, the expansion, will be available to be purchased for DDO points by March 2018. So if you don't want to spend money, like real money right now, and you just want to either save up points or buy some points when they have because usually around Black Friday, they usually have at least double points. Sometimes they have triple. It's been a while since we had triple. But so, maybe you'll buy a bunch of points and save some points up. So March 2018, you'll be able to buy the pack in the store. And then, as we said earlier, you will get the ASMR for $13.95. You'll get the expansion content for $24.95, and the Scourge of the Undead Iconic, which is the ASMR Iconic, for $12.95. That's all March 2018. And I guess another thing we should have pointed out too is when you buy these packages now, if you get the collectors and the ultimate, you will get everything but, of course, the Ravenloft content. But the ASMR, the Knife Fighter, the cosmetics, the pets, all that you will get in game now.
Well, you don't get this, what don't you get? In the Ultimate Fan Bundle, you don't get the points for your race.
Right. Yes.
Until
that's
it comes out.
But do you get the ASMR?
Yes. You do. Yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I didn't realize. I thought that had to wait till December.
And then how the cosmetics and everything work is you will get a little item in your inventory bag that looks like a raven. When you click on that, that'll give you all of your cosmetics and your pets.
So that's pretty much how the other ones worked.
And that is per character, actually. So every character will get those. So that's something else. And then you will get 2 codes. If you buy the Ultimate Fan Bundle, you will get the 60-day VIP access code, and then you will get a code for the Survivor package. So keep that in mind. Those are extra codes that you will be emailed when you make your purchase. So the VIP codes you can give to somebody else if you want, because it's just a code that is emailed to you. But I would say the caveat of this, make sure you're giving them the VIP code and not the expansion code.
That would be awfully nice.
It'd be very awkward,
awfully
too.
Nice. Yeah, it would be a little awkward as well. It's like, hey, remember that code I gave you? Can you give me the money for that now? Because I gave you the wrong one. But yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I will put a link in the show notes to the FAQ. They do answer some of the other questions people have. And then Jerry on his Wednesday live streams has been kind of answering some questions as well. So it's just cool that we have Ravenloft coming. I mean, I'm excited for it. I probably can speak for everybody and say everybody's excited for it.
Yes.
Whee! Yeah! Yay!
We are excited. It might not sound like it, but
Well,
I generally like their expansions, or their extra stuff that they put out.
it's just, the pricing kind of a sticker shock, but it's I guess it boils down to it's up to you to what you think you can afford. If you can afford to get some of the fluff packages, do that by all means and help support SSG. If you can only afford the base expansion, just get the base expansion because you're still supporting them, even though you're only getting the base expansion pack. So either way, you're supporting SSG and you're supporting the game we love. So it's good either way.
Yeah. And I have to say the pictures of the outdoor artwork that they've put up so far, of all the the mistiness and the murkiness, it looks beautiful. It has that spooky kind of thing that I love about the orchard, and that I want. So and the other expansions they've done, they've had these beautiful locations that they've set up and added to the game. So I'm looking forward to that.
And then with the announcement of this, of course, the little known, trying to think of how I want to put this, tradition of counting down to when Count Strahd will make his appearance. It's kind of like Advent at Christmas, but it's much cooler because it's Strahdvent. We are now in Strahdvent, people.
Strahdvent.
We have 7 weeks. And, since I kind of have a inn in Barovia, I pulled some strings and I got another special guest for this show tonight. If the people on the call right now were not the most exciting people ever, I think everybody's going to be excited to hear this next guest. I pulled some strings in Ravenloft. It was not easy to do, but I actually got Madame Ava to come and give us a reading for our week 1 of Strahdvent.
Cool.
Strahdvent, the season in which we await the advent of Count Strahdon Zarovich in the midst of Ravenloft and unspeakable darkness into what would otherwise be a happy Monday. There are 7 weeks in Strahdvent. 7, because the number is supposed to be auspiciously lucky. Isn't it funny how we lie to ourselves? There's no luck in Barovia. You're all going to die. Greetings, listeners. I am Madame Eva, fortune teller and daughter of Vishtani. I also make very tasty scones for tea. All the mongrel folk say yum, last meal, nom nom nom. In this first week of Strahdvent, I am here to tell your fortune. I can see your future with my Barocca deck. Come closer, adventurer. Closer, closer. Oh, you've been wrestling kobolds. Oh, they're very smelly. Back up, back up, back, back, back. The first card in tonight's reading is the beggar. The loot in that chest is going to be awful. Why did you even bother doing that raid? Phew. The second card is the Tree of Swords, the soldier. You're going to spend a lot of time in the graveyard. I don't know why. Something to do with chocolate. The third card is the torturer. This may signify Strahd's ever malevolent eye upon your inevitable misery. It may also mean that your coffee shop will run out of napkins. The fourth card is the artifact. You are going to lose that remote again. It may be in the sofa. It may be in the East Tower. The portents are unclear. The fifth and final card is the Seer. I see a second wave of Stranger Things waiting for all the little adventurers who have the Netflix. We don't have that here in Barovia. It's one of the reasons we are so gloomy here. There you go. You have survived the first reading. Be wary of the signs until next week when Strahdvent brings you ever closer to your demise.
Note to self, bring napkins everywhere.
No kidding.
Something about chocolate.
That was good.
That was good. So thank you, Madame Ava, for making the long trip over. And we will hear from her for the next 7 weeks as we celebrate Strahdvent. So who knows what will become of us in the next 5 or 6 more weeks of Strahdvent.
Who knows what evil lurks?
That's right. All right, let's move on to our DDO Chronicle. We are at issue number 255. And this week, of course, we have a certain vampire on the cover. Imagine that.
Gee.
Then, of course, that Graveyard and Chocolate, that's because the Night Rebels has returned. You can click over to get the guide for the Night Rebels and find it about. And I still cannot believe they Night Rebel-fied Cold Chamber.
I saw that and I was like, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to do it. I might still try it, but gosh.
Well, the first time you do it, you're going to get a lot of XP. I haven't done it yet. Does anybody know what the rewards are? Do you get one of each? A bunch of each, or
you just get black apples?
Okay.
Do you get anything? Do you get stuff for killing things in the dungeon? Like, do they drop things while you're killing mobs in the dungeon? Any of the candy or stuff?
When I did it on Lamani, I actually haven't done it on live yet. I didn't notice that.
Because like if they drop things, you know, like when you're out in the graveyard and killing stuff, and it drops the chocolate and the keys and stuff. If it did that, like every time you killed a bat in Cold Chamber, I'd be like, sign me up. I'll just park where the gelatinous cube is and kill all the bats and get all the chocolate and the keys and go do all the other quests. But I don't know. That's scary. It's worth doing once. I just want to see what they did to Cold Chamber to make it spooky.
I like what they did. It's kind of like half as long. It's really long, and personally I think it's only worth doing the one time just for the XP and then just skipping it, because I don't think the amount of time it takes you versus the Night Rebels rewards you get is actually worth it. And I know I did read on the forums that Quarterman did say they are maybe thinking about changing it to where it's like some of the other newer dungeons that you will get all of the ingredients. So maybe then that may make it worth it. But man, it is a really long Night Rebels dungeon. It's fun. Well, at least it was on the Mania. Like I said, I only did it when it was on the Mania. I haven't done it on live yet. But good experience. But man, is it long. But I think they did a good job with it, though. And then in the community spotlight of our Chronicle, voice actor Allie Murphy stopped by Standing Stone Games to talk voice acting and some of the work she did on Ravenloft. She didn't say a lot about that because of those pesky NDAs and stuff. But I do believe, if I understood what she said right, she is going to voice one of the sentient weapons, among some other things in Ravenloft, but they didn't specify what else she's doing. So that's kind of cool. And then Tinnablade is a new video maker looking at the various wilderness areas of DDO. So that's kind of a cool little video series they're doing, going into some of the wilderness area. And then in our fan site news section, we got a shout out for our last episode, which was episode 151. DDO Kasplat Lives Luck. So click over and watch that. They are still actually running Reaper Quest. I cannot believe what they're doing on that DDO Kasplat, but it's fun to watch. Scary, though, because they're doing everything on Reaper. I think this week they said they're going to do, I think Patrick said they're doing the Against the Demon Queen raid, I think. So see how many deaths are involved with that. And then the Damsels of DDO fight some drow. Why were you fighting drow?
I don't remember fighting any drow.
They were mean to us.
Oh, okay. I just follow those two around.
Well, see, that might be your problem.
Could be.
Just say. And didn't you have a guest damsel
Yes,
that
we
night?
did.
Who did you have?
You were? Oh, Bachlagor, yeah.
Okay.
He went and jumped in this big pit of tar, and that upset the drow tremendously. It's made them come out of the woodwork and attack us, and yeah, all hell broke loose, and that's why we were fighting the drow.
As usually all hell does break loose when the damsels are around. Just saying. I've ran with you enough. I know that's what happens.
It doesn't take much.
It does not. And speaking of Bachlagor, he, of course, plays DDO every Saturday night on the official DDO stream. You can click over and watch his latest video on there. And A Very Bad Guild is continuing its trek over on Wayfinder. And, of course, we have our Chronicle comment for the week. What is the name of the most famous band from Barovia?
The Barovian banjo players.
Nice.
I was going to say the Dead Milkmen, but okay.
I like it. That's great. That's good. Mithri, you got anything?
Oh my God, no. No.
Gums Gang saying Night Ranger. Nice.
Night Ranger. Sepultura.
Slayer. I couldn't think. I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't think of anything. The Damned, Skunk City saying The Damned. That's a good one too. The Vamps. That would be another one. So many good gothic type bands you could name here, but Barovian Banjo. I like that. And then we have our official screenshot of the week, and that is Saifu prepares for the upcoming Night Rebels in the 338th DDO screenshot of the week. So let's move in to our store sales, see what we have on sale this week. 20% off Slayer Boost, Loot Boost, and Treasure Hunter Elixirs, and Shared Storage, all at 20% off. The free sample of the week is a Bell of Opening when you use the coupon code Open Please, or Open Up Please, and that is OPENUPPLZ. Open Up Please. OPENUPPLZ, and that is through the 26th. So now, I don't have this in the show notes, so I'm going to surprise everybody. Damsels, what do you got going on? Let's chat. Chat about the damsels.
Well, when you say let's chat in that tone of voice, you have to start the conversation.
Okay. What are the plans for the damsels for the next show?
Oh, the next show is this week, Friday night, Saturday morning, 2 a.m., and we are going to finish up in the mines, right, Myth?
We are.
I don't know. I thought we were.
Which mines? There's a lot of mines.
The mines over
One's
in...
full of dwarves and drow.
Yeah.
Mine's
We're going to do something where something's in the
One's
dark.
over the evening stuff.
Desire in the dark or something like that.
Or we could do the Halloween event. Or something totally different.
So we could do both those things. We could finish the mines and then do the Halloween event. It's only one quest. Actually.
See, Drac, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm kind of sensing that, but it's okay.
It's business as usual.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's the damsels. Why would you have a plan? You know. I mean,
Plans? That's no fun.
not saying that in a
Why
bad
would
way.
you want a plan?
So,
Mockery.
mockery. Why would you hear mockery? What?
Do you recognize the sound of my mockery?
Mm-hmm.
So you said that. Oh, I've lost all control. So that is Friday night, Saturday morning. You said is the next time.
Yes. Yeah, that's when we do our live stream on Twitch for the DDO stream, and then on Saturday night, Sunday morning, we get on and we talk about what we did. Myth and Lessa jibber jabber about TV shows that nobody else watches, but those two.
Hey, now I watch all those shows, so not
Okay.
everybody. A lot of people watch.
We jibber jabber about shows and we make them sound really good, and then people watch them and go, "This is nothing like what they were saying."
Last time, I remember like Les used to talk about a lot of shows that had like werewolf boyfriends or something.
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
Yeah, Teen Wolf. Bitten or something.
Now they're into something based on the Archie comics, I think.
Oh, Riverdale.
Riverdale. Oh God, that show is so awesome. It is.
It is. It's awesome.
I
And we watch
watched it. I can't
Outlander.
bring
Right now it's
myself.
Outlander and Riverdale.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk. Oh, I can't talk about Outlander. I'll make people mad.
Why?
I don't like Outlander.
You don't like it?
I know, which is why I don't talk about it.
But why don't you like it?
Because most people, well, I don't talk about it.
She wants to know.
I want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what is wrong with Outlander.
right,
Bonnie,
So
go.
I root for like Claire and Frank,
But
So does
Lessa
Lessa.
loves Frank.
and I have this whole thing like I hate the whole like being back in time because to me it's like a hostage situation.
No
And I
kidding,
think
it
that
is.
she should be like super stressed, and I don't see like having any like sexy fun times with Jamie because he's like underage, and
Not underage, he's hot.
and I just I'm not into it. It stresses me out.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. And I read the books, and I kind
Yeah.
of like out in the second book, I was like, nah, I'm not into this, so I didn't read any more. And so then I tried the show, and I didn't like it for the same reasons. So,
Oh, well, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
but I'm a minority. Nobody should think anything about Outlander because of me. I'm like weird. I'm not normal. Everyone who likes Outlander is normal.
No,
I would not say that. No.
I could totally understand why people like it. I'm like, oh, it's all there, and I'm just like, why don't I like it?
I don't think she's met you unless if she thinks you guys are normal.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
But you like it, so what are you saying?
I already know I'm not normal, but I will also be sending Lessa an I'm sorry card.
Oh, yeah.
Just expect it, Lessa.
Yeah.
What?
You'll have to listen to the outtakes.
That's right. I have gold. I have gold for the outtakes, folks.
Oh no, I want to know now.
And what, if not deed?
I need to know. I need to know now.
See, Bonnie forgot the golden rule that I record the entire phone call,
Yeah.
not just the show.
Their outtakes.
What would Jade say?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't. It was Bonnie.
Bonnie.
What did Bonnie say?
I went to the dark side.
How dark were you?
I made a joke about Lessa because off of something that Saba said.
God.
It
Kill
was
me.
awesome.
I immediately felt ashamed.
She did.
She did. We'll be in the
Bad
outtakes.
Bonnie, bad Bonnie.
Oh my God.
Unless
We'll
it's
have
going to
to
go
find out
10
once
months
the
wasn't
show's
long
over.
enough.
Yeah, obviously, it didn't take. You didn't do it right.
What's next, Drac?
I wanted to talk to Bonnie about what's going on in the world of Bonnie View. You've been gone for so long. It's like we don't even know you anymore.
Well, we are going to talk about political things, but no, I needed a timeout because things were crazy this time last year. Social media was crazy, the world was crazy, everything was crazy, and I needed to detox. I needed to quiet the noise.
So you moved to another country?
To another planet. And then I found out Mithery is still the center of the universe. So you had to pay rent to Mithery if you wanted to another planet.
How was it? Did you like it?
So, so you can't leave home,
Right.
So
No, Bob is in the chat saying, "Welcome back, Bonnie." See?
I
People
know,
missed you,
Bob.
Bonnie. People missed you.
but I did log in in January, but then I realized I'd passed that 28 days of breaking an addiction. So I kind of broke my addiction to DDO and or at least went into recovery phase. So I didn't have to play every day. So I just kind of moseyed along and didn't play, and it's and told myself, I'll wait until the expansion comes out, because by that time they'd already kind of hinted and promised that Ravenloft was going to be a thing. It was just a matter of when. So I was like, okay, I will wait for the win. And the win has happened. So I'm here. Apparently not having learned anything from my time away.
Well, that's good.
Well, congratulations. Welcome back. And I'm sorry, everything is still the
I have
same.
achieved nothing. Yay, me. Go. Woo.
All right, let's move on to see what's coming in from the dungeon. Not much this week, other than if you're a fan of Ravenloft, and everybody should be, or if maybe you just want to take a peek at what Ravenloft is over on the pen and paper side, the fine folks over at the DMs Guild is running a Ravenloft sale through Halloween. All of the Ravenloft PDFs are on sale, so you can pick up I6, which is the original Ravenloft, and see where it all began, all the way up through some of the 3.5 edition Ravenloft box sets. Everything over Ravenloft is at the DMs Guild on sale, and I do have a link in the show notes for that if you want to click over and check that out. But shame on you if you don't already own I6. Shame.
Okay, Bonnie, do you own I6?
In PDF form.
That's fine as long as you own it somehow.
Yeah, the only hardcover book I have is The Curse of Strahd, the new one, and it's autographed.
What? Hold on.
I have Chris Perkins with his little beholder dotted eye in my little
I am
book.
so hating you about right now.
I know.
How did you
I
do
sleep
that?
with it under my pillow every night.
How did you get Chris Perkins to sign your Curse of Strahd?
No, I did the Extra Life thing. I think they have one coming up maybe this weekend, very
Really?
soon. I'm totally behind. So if I've missed it, I'm gonna be sad because
Nope,
that's usually how I get things.
it's actually next weekend.
Yeah, and so I'm planning to donate and get a Tomb of Annihilation through that.
The board game.
No, I want the manual.
Oh.
Oh,
I
about
like
hardcover.
books.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
books. Yeah.
Which the board game is out now because my copy came in.
Yeah. And I giggle every time I see it's like Whiz Kids because I'm like, I don't want my kid to be annihilated.
Wow, you went really dark with that, Bonnie.
That's my brain. That's how my brain works. Yeah, it's like.
And then, but yes. So Saba, you're saying you don't own any of the Ravenloft things,
Nope,
even in
I do not.
PDF form. Why? I'm sad now for you that you actually don't own any Ravenloft. Come on.
I'm not sad though, so that's okay.
Alrighty then, we'll just move on.
I haven't ever played actual tabletop. I just get them to read, for the stories and the
The only book I have is Eberron.
Which is an awesome book. So
yeah, it's a great book.
I have that one.
There's I think I have two. One is like the setting, and another one's maybe players. Did they do a player's handbook in Eberron? I don't know.
I
so.
don't know.
I think I'm going to say yes. It seems like there's something Eberron players related. But that Eberron book is so good, though. All right, let's move on to the one and only on the tabletop this week. Avalon Hill did announce that the Axis and Allies Anniversary Edition is available now. So if you're a fan of Axis and Allies, and everybody that I have seen talk about this says that the Anniversary Edition of this is the definitive edition of this game to own and
Why
to.
is that?
I don't know. I guess they're saying because they streamlined the rules so well and the scenarios that are in it. Every Axis and Allies fan just say this
So
is
the
the
rules are different than what I have in my game?
Yes, they streamlined the rules.
Are they like the software version?
The board game was nothing like the software version.
I was just wondering if they had like streamlined rules or something that maybe they changed them so it had to match some of the scenarios.
I would hope not, because I didn't like that software game.
I've only played the software game, and I always call it Axis and Allies. Ironically,
That's awesome. And Shelley Mazanoble, the brand manager for Avalon Hill, says about this release, the Axis and Allies community has long wanted to see this version back in print for a long time, and we're happy to be able to give that to them. Fans will be pleased to see that it is the same great game they remember, plus welcome errata and a FAQ added to the rulebook. So it is available now. I have never played the Anniversary Edition. Actually, the only version of Axis and Allies I've ever played is 1941, I think.
Oh.
I think that was the name of it. That is the only one that I've ever played. I was never a big Axis and Allies fan, I'll be honest. Just because I'm not a big war gamer, but a friend of mine was really into this, and he actually made me play it, and it was fun. I liked it, so I'll have to ask him about this Anniversary Edition because I'm sure he's probably ordered it. But it is available now, so if you're an Axis and Allies fan, check that out. Now let's move on to our week in gaming, where I will start because I didn't do a lot due to some family issues that came up. My gaming time was not a lot. So really about all I did this week is I key farmed for Night Rebels. I haven't actually ran any of the dungeons yet. All I did was just spend some time farming keys. And I have to say, of course, this is going to shock nobody. When I say this, I think the key drop rate is horrendous. But of course, RNG and me don't get along. So maybe you have better luck in getting keys.
Oh, I think everybody thinks the key drop rate is not good.
Good. So it wasn't just me.
For once, it is not just you, Drac.
Wow, that's amazing then. Awesome. Yeah. No.
Everybody wants more keys. Nobody gets enough keys. It's not just you.
So I think I have enough to run all of the dungeons once now, though. So I think I will probably do that this week or this weekend and see. Hopefully, all I really want is the red armor. So I think that's like you need 80 of most of the things. So I think if I do the dungeons a couple times, I might be able to get that. Hopefully, we'll see. But that key drop rate. Then
my brain shut down a little bit because I looked at because in past years there hasn't been as much, I think, new stuff other than maybe getting the augments. compared to past years of the Rebels. And it looked like there was stuff in the list this year that was new that I wanted, and my brain kind of shut down because I was thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to spend so much time in the graveyard. I'm going to have to get so many keys.
Well, you haven't been here in a while, so I bet you have a lot of DDO points saved up, right? You can buy the keys in the store, right?
But I thought I might need to hold on to those in case I like waited and used them for Ravenloft stuff. I didn't talk about earlier, but I have more than one account that I play on.
Okay.
I came back and I was like, I didn't know what was VIP still and what was. Or wait, did I just say the same thing? I don't
You
know.
did.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I was going to say, can you repeat that just one time?
I found I had 2 accounts that were still VIP and I haven't played for 10 months. I was like, oh, well.
And as I told you on Twitter, 10 months of free points.
So, and then another one that I'd played on had expired and it didn't have all the points. But like, I had a bunch of points. And so then it's kind of like, okay, which one do I buy an expansion pack on? The one that has all my good characters but has all the points, or the one that has not so good characters but doesn't have any points? So, but I didn't talk about that. That's nothing. I can't remember what I was talking about though. Something to do with the graveyard and Night Rebel.
Characters and lots of points are all
Spending lots of time in the graveyard, you know.
The funny thing is, other than doing some runs of the Temple of Elemental Evil, I think in January, I did a bunch of them then. I think the last thing I remember doing in DDO was Night Revels. It was like this tremendous sense of deja vu.
See, it's like you never left.
It's like I never left.
You log back in and it's like, oh my God,
I've
this is still
learned
going
nothing.
on.
It's like I never left. It's, oh, wow.
And then the other thing I did in gaming was 7 Days to Die. We did our second round of our permadeath team challenge. So far, nobody's died yet, so we're good. So that's all I did. So Bonnie, how about you? What did you do? Apparently not logging in to DDO, apparently.
I logged into DDO, but I did, I updated my client, which took 6 hours because I had to download like 10 months of updates. And there are a lot of updates. There's stuff. I mean, I had to download the Dragonborn. I had to download some crazy cleric stuff. So, and that was something too, because I hadn't taken a level. Like I had a character who was like 20, and I left her at 18 for some reason. I don't know why, but I took 19 and 20 on her, and she had cleric levels. So I like took a cleric level, and I saw these new enhancements or feats for the different schools of cleric domains, and I was like, holy cow.
What'd you take?
Domains. What does this mean? I don't understand. So I still have to figure all that out. So that was exciting. I figured out who was VIP, who wasn't. I freaked out about how full my inventory was. So it really is as if I never left. And I walked to the graveyard, and then I had a deja vu and freaked out and logged off. And and I watched videos of other people playing DDO.
In the 10 months you were gone?
No. This week.
So you vicariously played
vicariously
DVD.
played DDO. They were in the Chronicle, the Very Bad Guild on Wayfinder.
Mm-hmm.
They're my new heroes. They're fun to watch. I like them.
That is a great show. It really is.
Yeah.
So basically, you stepped out of rehab and went, okay, where's the junk? Let me at it. Give me all of
Where's
it.
the junk?
Put it in this vein right here.
Ew.
Up my nose, in my arm.
That's what it sounds like to me, Beth. I think you are correct.
Yep. And in other games, a company that I really like out of Canada called Massive Damage Incorporated, they finally ported this game they came out with a year ago called Halcyon 6 to mobile devices. So I can finally play this game without logging onto a PC, and I'm really happy about it. Halcyon 6, it's like a space strategy game, and they do a lot of riffs on Star Trek kind of stuff, kind of tongue-in-cheek, and it's funny, but it's like strategy, and you can get murdered by aliens or save the universe. So it's a lot of fun.
The only just thing came out
wrong. Well, that just came out on iDevices and stuff.
Okay.
It was available on Steam a year ago if you wanted to play it on the PC. They also made a game that is no longer available that I loved called Please Stay Calm. That's my favorite zombie apocalypse of all time because it was a fun zombie apocalypse.
I know. I love that game. That game is awesome.
It was awesome. I loved it.
Yes, it was.
And it went dark January 29th of this year. And finally, the zombies got us. So I really missed it. But I love Massive Damage and their work. So I was really happy that came to iPhones and iPads this week. I can't remember if there's... Oh, the only thing wrong with Halcyon 6 in this space game is, you're in the universe, you're saving the universe, and I've seen, the center of the remaining universe, and Mithery wasn't there. And I don't know if you need to get in touch with these Massive Damage people, because they obviously have overlooked, they've dropped the ball. They should be, promoting Mithery.
Well...
I think it's because they're Canadian.
Her lawyer will be filing a letter tomorrow.
I have to work out a little contract with him.
But that's it for me. Isn't that enough?
How about you, Saba? What were you up to?
Well, I did get the Ultimate Fan Pack, whatever, for DDO because I wanted to test out the Vistani Knife Fighter enhancements on Saba Jade, who's my assassin. So what I did was go into Lords of Dust Reaper. She's 25, and it wasn't too bad. I kind of liked it, but I did have to use the shrine, the very first shrine, so I was a little disappointed in that. But I think I'm going to like it once I get used to it a bit. That's about all I did on DDO. Then I did the 7 Days to Die with You on Myth. We're on a team. I think it's funny that the other team wanted to turn the zombies on already, but I think they were just trying to get into our heads. What do you think?
I agree.
Probably.
There was a lot of smack talk going on in our pre-game call this week.
So, then I played Tales from Candlekeep, and I like the update they did where they show the ambush spawn sites.
Yes,
but
much needed.
When you get a, oh dang, not an interrupt, but what do you call it? When they say they're gonna spawn monsters on the 2 closest ambush sites. It's called something, right? Well, when that happens and it comes up on the screen, I can't move my map around to see where the ambush sites are.
I've noticed that. Yeah, I don't know if that's a bug or if that's working as intended.
How do you know if you want to use a special skill to not have that happen?
Right.
Or whether you want to let it happen or not.
Right.
And I have noticed that a lot of bees lately. I think they updated it where they put a lot of bees in the game.
Bees. Like
bees.
So do they have more honey in the game?
No honey. So one of these encounters you can have is that all characters within one tile of your character that's active will get attacked by a random event, right? And most of the time it seems to be bees now, so they all get swarmed by bees. But it's a great game if you haven't played it and you like the D&D board games. You will probably like the port into.
Didn't they do such a good job of capturing the board game feel though?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought too.
And it's much easier than pulling out all those thousands of pieces. Of
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, and then I also did Ark Survival Evolved with Myth and Lessa.
Ooh.
We have a couple bases going. Myth and Lessa do most of the stuff, but I unfortunately lost one of my guys. It was B'Elanna Torres from Star Trek Voyager.
Sad.
Very sad. So I'm not even going to go there.
What type of dinosaur was B'Elanna? An Ankylosaurus or something?
Sarco. It's like a giant alligator.
Yeah, I've played it. It's been a while. Maybe 10 months. Holy cow.
Oh my god.
Well, Drax in our game, he plays with us occasionally.
Occasionally.
Very occasionally.
I got to get back in there.
Every time I took my Nessie into the deep water to go mining for oil and stuff,
right.
I would lose them. And I would lose dolphins all the time.
Well, you get
it got depressing.
A dolphin. I haven't gotten a dolphin yet.
We haven't gotten a dolphin yet. But we take the raft out.
See, they didn't have rafts back when I was playing.
Oh, they have rafts now. We don't actually have a raft. We have this big ship.
We have a raft.
Well, we do have a raft, but we have the ship the houseboat you guys built.
Yeah, we built a houseboat.
Oh, wow.
Out of a raft.
Yep. Did you guys ever play? This is on PlayStation. Well, not on. Did you guys ever play Star Wars Episode 1 Racer? It used to be on Windows. Let me see, Mac, Nintendo 64.
No, I have a bad
Yes.
history of having Star Wars games, but never taking them out of the box.
Oh, well, yeah. This one was cool because it was just like the pod race in Episode 1.
Really bad.
I mean, the movie was bad, but the game was pretty good. So they have this thing on PlayStation 4 now called Star Wars Racer Revenge, which is later on, it's Anakin from Episode 2 and 3 versus 1. So he's a little older. And it's a lot of fun. It's the best racing game I've played on any of these console game things. And the last thing I've played, I do it every day, is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on my iPad.
I couldn't get into it.
Well, I like it because it's Star Wars. What can I say? I'm a sucker.
Is that one of those like clicker type?
I don't know what you mean by a clicker.
Well, like every day you only have so many actions and you have to wait for your
No.
time. Okay. I guess I'm not familiar with that game. Then I thought it was one of those like.
Unless I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Well, like you can do stuff, but then you spend your energy and then you have to wait for your energy
yes.
to
For your
replenish.
energy to,
Okay.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm in a pretty good guild, and we're able to do heroic raids instead of the beginner raids. So I almost have Han Solo. Which I'm
Nice.
Yes, I'm very excited. And I almost have the Millennium Falcon too.
Well, you gotta have
Yeah.
that. If you almost have Han Solo, you can't not almost
Yeah,
have.
it's the Millennium
the
Falcon
Millennium
from
Falcon.
Episode 7, though, not 4, 5, and 6. So it goes with Rey.
Oh, so it's broken?
She fixed it.
Nice.
Yep.
And
That's all I did.
how about you, Myth? What were you up to?
Well, let's see. In DDO, Lessa and I played our Reaper babies for a couple of quests. We started the, what is it called? Grey Moon.
Okay.
We did the first two.
What
And
Reaper level are you doing those at?
6.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow, really?
I've totally missed this Reaper thing.
That's right. We TR'd and we're doing all the quests starting at level 1 on Reaper.
Is
Yeah.
that like Uber Elite?
It is. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be more difficult. So when you go in, you have a lot of things that, like if you try to heal yourself, you don't heal yourself at 100%. It's like 50%. And depending on how many Reaper stars you have, it goes down.
Right.
So when I was in Lords of Dust with Sawa Jade, and I was doing my cocoon, she would get 40 hit points back instead of the hundreds that she usually does.
Oh.
But if you heal each other, then you get all the healing.
Yeah, it would be good if I had brought a cleric in, maybe. But Myth and Les are doing it from the beginning and doing Reaper. And what level are you guys now?
We're 7, holding 8, working on 9, I guess. So when we have to take our 9, we'll take 8. You know, when we get to the end of 9, we'll take 8.
We forgot to mention, Bonnie, that it's called Reaper because while you're questing, these Reapers that look like wraiths show up and they have special abilities, and you got to kill them right away.
Yeah,
Or-
and you can't run away
or-
from them. They don't have a leash. Like, they will chase you everywhere.
Oh. I've had that happen with like gens in Running with the Devils before. Maybe they were Reaper and I didn't know it.
No, when you start doing Reaper, it's kind of exciting because you don't know where the Reapers are going to be. You might go into a quest and there's a Reaper waiting for you as you port into the quest.
That has happened. Yes.
Surprise!
Yes.
We went in and we all died. Yeah, it's like it's all new again.
Oh wow.
It's really exciting.
And is this the first time you guys have done like Reaper 6? Because I think last time I remember talking to you about it, you were only doing like 3 and 4.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, did we give you? Oh, we were so excited for you.
No, we're doing 2.
We were impressed.
We gave you more
man.
credit than we needed to then.
Yes, way more credit.
Wait, how many Reapers are there?
10.
10.
Wow.
We're only doing 2 skulls. That's what they are, skulls.
Yeah, skulls. Yeah.
2 skulls. We've only done 3. The most we've ever done is 3. And so if we're over level of the quest, then we bump up the skulls. So we were doing 2 skulls.
Okay.
Let's see, 7 Days to Die. Well, I did the group with you guys. I can't wait to get back and finish doing Crackbook headquarters. So maybe we'll get.
They might listen to this, you know.
That's right.
Well, hopefully it'll be after the fact.
Why? This is why Drac and I weren't very specific about what we're doing.
Who cares if they know? So
You're giving away our secrets.
Oh, she's a spy.
You
Yeah.
never
Burn her,
know.
burn her. She's a spy.
She is married to somebody on the other team.
I
Ooh,
am.
sounds suspicious to me.
And let's see, I went in the other server and played a little bit over on that server, but it wasn't a Horde night or anything, so nothing special happened there. And yes, I played Ark Survival, and I spent many, many hours there yesterday building a house on what we call Metal Island, because there's like rocks over there that are mostly made out of metal. So put a little house there, so when we go get our metal, we'll have a place to stay. And there's a forge, so we can make ingots out of the metal that we get there. And I put a smithy there, and a place to park our birds. And Saba Jade came over, and after she killed her alligator, and we got her another alligator, and we were bringing her alligator from the place that we tamed it over to the island, and on the way a giant fish came and ate the new alligator, so she still doesn't have an alligator.
Sounds like my life.
That's horrible.
So wait,
I know,
is
it's
Metal
so sad.
Island an actual island, or is it like this place kind of in the mountains that you had to fly to?
No, it's an actual island.
Okay.
We haven't gone too much inland, unless it's an
Right.
island. But we haven't gone
We've
north
been to
and
the
east.
volcano because
Yeah.
we needed obsidian and crystal, and there's obsidian crystal at the volcano.
Yeah, maybe that's the place I
That's
flew to. I can't.
yeah, I flew there. That's where I flew.
There's one. Yeah, and I used to always get like the obsidian and the crystal and,
Mhm.
and maybe gold or something. I don't remember what.
Well,
There
since
is metal
they've
up there. The
updated-
metal rocks are gold colored. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you can fly there. Yeah, we could get our metal there, but we like going over to this island. This island is like all the guys that live on the island are pretty passive. Like there's the bunch of brontosauruses and stegosauruses and those ankylosaurus, the metal guys. And I was like, I look out the front door. I put up a big fence, right? And I look outside the fence, and there's this giant stegosaurus egg sitting out there, and there's stegosaurus kind of wandering around out there. And I'm like, man, I want to grab that egg, but I was scared, right?
Yeah,
And-
because she'll get you.
Yeah, but she wanders off and her back is to me and she's pretty good ways away. And I'm like, sneak out there and I grab the egg and then go inside the house. And I had my headphones off because I had them on for a really long time. And next thing I know, the ground is shaking and all the animals that were with me on my side start running over to. Yeah, well, the big fight happened and they killed her. It was fine. Nothing, hurt me.
Oh, I hope
But,
if you
yeah.
hatched the egg, you didn't tell them that you killed their mommy.
No, I didn't.
She's
hatch
not gonna
the
hatch the egg.
I'm not gonna hatch the egg. Really, I see what happened was I have these saber-toothed tigers. I've got 4 of them right now,
Uh-huh.
but I mated a couple of them, so I had this baby, and I was raising the baby, and one day it just disappeared. That little kitty ate
Oh,
like
no.
300 pieces of meat one day. It was crazy. It was eating us out of house and home, and all of a sudden it just was gone. It just poof.
Isn't that traumatic?
Yes.
When you lose one of the animals and you're like,
It-
where are you? That's how I felt with like the dolphins and stuff.
It was
Where are
asking me
they?
for a stegosaurus kibble, right? It wanted an egg, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't have a stegosaurus egg, and so I think, well, next time I'm gonna collect one of all the eggs before I make another baby kitty, so that way when it asks me for something, I'll be able to give it to it. So I was all excited because I've got a stego egg now. I've got a
Do you
collection
think the
of
kitty
eggs.
ran away, or like maybe like Lessa was feeding the cat and
Well-
the cat snuck away because it's like Lessa's there with the good stuff?
Lessa was on really, and it disappeared while she was on, and then I got on like, "Where's the kitty?" And she says, "It's gone. I don't know. And so I'm like, we're outside, and I go looking for it.
Spreading rumors and getting less into trouble.
No,
I blame Lessa. I blame Lessa for this.
I pulled up some of the foundation, thinking maybe it fell through the foundation. It wasn't there. I couldn't find it anywhere. But it had been asking for this stego egg for like 2 days or something. I don't know. I think maybe.
Well, you think in real life, you'd be like, you can't keep begging for stuff. If I tell you no, I mean no. I have good reasons for telling you no. Quit begging.
But
and in real life, if they just disappeared, it would be horrible.
It won't let anybody else feed it. Like once you bond with it, Lessa couldn't feed it. It wouldn't let her feed it.
Oh, okay. Assuming Lessa didn't hack the game.
Right. That's what I did all day yesterday, was play that game. I also played a game called Raft, which is coming to Steam soon, supposedly next month.
Oh, I don't remember when. It's just in my list, my wish list.
Yeah, I think when it goes to Steam, it'll be multiplayer. But right now,
what do you do on the raft? You just raft?
You're in the middle of the ocean and no land or anything around on a little 4-square raft, and there's a shark swimming around.
Oh my gosh!
And
like black sails.
There's trash like floating by you, and you sort of collect the stuff that floats by you. Every once in a while, the shark will come up and kind of nibble on the edge of your raft and swim away. And you make things. You can make a spear so you can poke the shark when he comes up, and you make a can to get water in and a little stove to cook it so you can drink it, and then you make another thing to cook fish on, and then you can make your raft bigger, and then you can make a crock pot and grow stuff. And I mean, I guess
I'd get eaten pretty fast by the shark.
Yeah, I still haven't.
I'm no life
my raft super big.
Yeah,
but hopefully it's going to be more elaborate by the time they're done with it. I don't think they're actually done. Yeah, pretty much what I've done this past week.
That just sounds terrifying that you poke a shark. That's going to end well.
Finally, when you kill that shark, though, you get a lot of shark meat. Just saying.
Sushi, that's right.
Pick it.
That's why you need the stove that you can build, see?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going to start a fire on my raft in the middle of the ocean. I'd be scared.
You want to eat.
I'd just eat it raw because I'd be scared I'd set my raft on fire. I mean, I would do that. I would set my raft on fire and be like, I'm in the middle of the ocean, and my only barrier between me and drowning, I just set on fire. Should be able to put the fire out in the ocean.
Well, yeah, you've got a lot of water around you, so yeah, you would think.
Okay, I'm feeling better about it now.
It's like, gee, where can I get some water to put this power out? Oh, that's right. I'm in the middle of the freaking ocean.
Hold the phone. I got this.
We currently have 23 supporters over on Patreon. If you would like to help support DDO players, simply go to our donations page where you can help support the Players Alliance on Patreon. There you will find rewards, including a mention on the podcast of your choice, or even guest for an appearance on DDO Players News. We do not have any iTunes reviews this week, but we would love to receive your support over there. Just head over to iTunes and leave a review. We have no featured comments and no emails as well, but if you'd like to email us, you can do so at podcast@ddoplayers.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, the Players Alliance Network, at Players Ally, DDO Players, at DDO Players, myself, Draculetta, at Draculetta_72, and Pineleaf at Pineleaf Needles. You can also follow our guest, Bonnie Bew, is on Twitter at Bonnie Bew, Subajade at Subajade, and Mithery at Mithery1. The Players Alliance currently has 2 live shows every Monday night, normally at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have this very show right here, DDO Players News, and on Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Lotro Players News. You can join us for our live shows at ddoplayers.com/live. That's going to do it tonight. Any last words you guys want to say before we wrap it up? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. So we'll just move on. That's right. I think the damage has been done already, so we'll just move on. And I'll leave you with this. I hope that the RNG is kinder to you than it always is to me.